Right now, as you read this, something subtle is happening in your home that most people dismiss as just a quirk. A dog pauses at the threshold, fixes on an empty doorway, refuses a hallway it walked 100 times. To the untrained eye, it's random. To Thoth's lens, it's protocol. Guardians appear where the veil thins. Liminal places, doorways, stair landings, the foot of the bed at 3 a.m., that one corner the sunlight never fully owns. The ancients encoded this in Anubis, jackal-headed guide of passages, not a monster, a navigator. Where we see nothing, he reads crossing traffic. Here's the frame we'll prove across this series. Dogs are resonance instruments. Their bodies are tuned to micro-changes we skim past. Pressure, scent, faint vibration, and something language is slow to catch. The mood of the room. When your attention is scattered, they orbit restlessly. When you drop into coherent breath, they exhale and fold at your feet. This isn't magic, it's correspondence. State shapes field, field shapes behavior. When the field shifts, guardians post at the gates. But why the stare? Because thresholds are decision points. Every house has them, places your day flips from one timeline to another, out the door, into the argument, past the screen. Dogs linger there the way a lighthouse lingers at a cliff, watching for ships you can't see yet. Sometimes they block, sometimes they beckon. Either move is data. If you treat it as data, the house starts speaking. Tonight we start simple. Notice without naming. Map your house's liminal spots, the 3 you pass without thinking. Watch what your dog does at each. Does she prance through or pause and blink slow? Does he plant, yawn, and look back at you as if asking, "Are you sure?" In Hermetic work, that question matters. Thoth's teaching isn't about worship, it's about navigation. Let the guardian be a compass, not a prop. In this episode, we'll translate Thoth symbolism into a working method. How to distinguish fear from signal, how to run a 7-day guardian's log, and how a 2-minute coherence ritual at the door can change the path your day takes. By the end, you won't be guessing at the stair, you'll be reading it. If you're ready to learn the language of your own house, subscribe and tap the bell. Then answer this in the comments. Describe one specific moment your dog knew before you did. What changed when you listened or when you didn't? Thoth would say a house is a diagram of your attention. Dogs read that diagram like sheet music. Before we jump to paranormal, let's start with what's present. Micro behaviors that map the field you're carrying. 4 cues matter at thresholds: the fix and blink, a steady gaze into the doorway, then a slow blink and head tilt. This isn't a jump scare response, it's the "is the captain awake" check. If you exhale and widen your attention, you'll often see the blink repeat and the body soften. Correspondence, your coherence, their green light, the yawn and shake off, a big yawn, a rippling shake from head to tail, then a step forward. That's not boredom, it's a reset. Dogs use it to clear static after a spike. If you were doom scrolling, they'll often do this right when you stand at the door, as if to say, drop the residue. The plant, 2 paws on the threshold, weight set back, eyes flick to you and back to the hall. If you bulldoze past, they lag or circle. If you pause and breathe, many dogs will either cross with you or turn away decisively. That's binary data. Proceed versus postpone. The whale eye. Whites of the eyes flash, mouth closes, body stiffens. That's an amber light, not a cosmic warning. Information. Something in the corridor, sound, scent, memory, doesn't match the field you're broadcasting. Respect the mismatch. So how do you separate fear from signal? 3 tests. 1. Coherence test. 60 seconds. Stand at the threshold. Inhale 4, exhale 6, 8 through the nose. Let your shoulders drop on their own. Say inwardly, I'm willing to see. If the dog's body softens within a minute, ears neutral, weight forward. What you saw was your static reflected back. 2. Repeatability test. If the behavior appears at the same gate 3 times this week, and only there, it's not random. Mark the spot. Guardians post where the veil and your habits are thinnest. 3. Cross-context test. Change nothing in the room and change yourself. Step away, breathe, return with one clear purpose. Get water, take a call, say no. If the dog flows when your purpose is clean, your clarity was the missing key. Home practice for tonight. Choose one doorway. Walk to it like a task. Note your dog's body. Walk back, run the 60-second coherence test, return, and note the shift. Then cross with a single sentence in mind. I'm going to close that tab, or I'm not bringing that argument down this hall. Dogs aren't fortune tellers, they're barometers. Align the weather and the lighthouse stops flickering. Next, the 7-day Guardian's log, a simple way to map your house's gates, decode patterns, and teach calm at the door without bribes or force. A prophecy isn't useful unless it lands in your hallway. For 7 days, we're going to measure what your dog is already telling you. No bribes, no force, just attention, breath, and pattern. Day 1, name the gates. Walk your home once, slowly. Mark 3 liminal spots. The door you rush through, the hallway that feels colder, the bedfoot at 3 a.m. These are your gates. Say them out loud so your nervous system hears. Kitchen arch, back hallway, bedroom threshold. Tonight, visit each gate for 10 quiet seconds and notice the body next to you. Fix and blink, plant, yawn and shake, or easy flow. Day 2, the coherence minute. At gate 1, stand still. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6 to 8 through the nose. Shoulders drop by themselves. Caption the moment once. I'm willing to see. Watch your dog without talking. If the stare softens or the weight shifts forward within a minute, you just saw your static clear and their green light appear. Cross together once, then leave it alone. Day 3, purpose test. Return to gate 1 with one sentence of purpose. I'm walking past this screen, or I'm not bringing that argument down this hall. Cross with that sentence held lightly. If the body flows, log it as purpose matched. If the plant returns, postpone the crossing 5 minutes and try again with cleaner intent. Day 4, gate 2. Repeat days 2, 3 at the second gate. Same breath, same caption, same single sentence. Note which cue shows up. Fix, blink, plant, yawn, shake, whale eye. Patterns love consistency. Give them the same hour if you can. Day 5, teach calm, no treats. At the most reactive gate, run the 2-step calm. 1, co-regulate. Breathe the long exhale until your dog yawns or shakes once. That's the reset. 2, invite, don't drag. Shift your weight forward. Whisper with me once, then turn your head toward the path instead of staring at the dog. If they hesitate, step back with them. You're showing the field is safe, not proving you're the boss. Day 6, switch handler, same field. Ask a family member to repeat day 5 at the same hour, same gate, same breath. If the dog flows for them but not you, that's data. Guardians are reading handler state, not titles. Share the breath, not the lecture. Day 7, audit and adjust. Read the week. Which gate changed fastest? Which cue repeats? Make one decision that honors the message. Move a noisy object. Change the route you take to bed. Stop doom scrolling before the hallway crossing. A guardian can't bless a storm. It can ask you to calm the weather. Your log is simple each night. Gate, cue, your breath, your caption, the outcome in one line. After 7 entries, The house stops whispering and starts corresponding. In the next part, we'll build the Guardian's Protocol, a 7-day training loop of short walks and threshold rituals that turns stairs into guidance you can use. Guardians don't need tricks, they need coherence at the gates. This protocol turns stairs into guidance without bribes or force. Think of it as state training for two nervous systems, yours and your dog's. As Thoth would frame it, as within, so without. Your field sets the corridor. Warm up, 2 minutes every session. Stand at the easiest doorway. One hand rests lightly on the leash or empty hand if indoors. Breathe in 4, out 6, 8 through the nose until your shoulders drop by themselves. Whisper once, with me. Soften your gaze past the threshold. Don't laser your dog. If you see a yawn or shake off, that's the reset. You've created room. The threshold ritual, 60 seconds. 1 pause at the line, 2 front paws near the seam, not over. 2 co-regulate, 1 long exhale, let the quiet arrive. 3, invite with body, not voice. Shift your weight forward and slightly turn your head down the hall. 4, decide. If your dog steps with soft body, neutral tail, cross once and keep moving. If you get the plant or whale eye, step back together, breathe and try again. No dragging, no pep talk. The 7-day loop, 8-10 minutes a day. Day 1, familiar gait. Pick the calmest doorway. Run warm-up plus threshold. Ritual 3 times only. Log, cue scene, your breath, outcome. Day 2, purpose gate. Return with 1 sentence in mind. We're walking past the screen, or we're going to bed clean. Cross once, then end. Purpose is part of the leash. Day 3, outside hinge. Front door to sidewalk. Same ritual. Add a stop sign rule. Any plant equal sign 1 step back plus long exhale. Any soft step equal sign 2 slow steps forward. You're teaching the corridor to answer state, not volume. Day 4, mild noise. Introduce a gentle distractor. Dishwasher hum, distant TV. Ritual stays the same. If your dog locks up, you over-challenged. Reduce the noise and reclaim the green light. Day 5, partner handoff. A family member runs the loop at the same hour, same gate. Compare notes. If the Guardian flows for them, copy their pre-gate breath and posture, not their words. Day 6, the hard gate. Work the most reactive threshold for 1 success only. Success equal sign, soft body plus forward weight, even half a step, end there. Banking wins, builds lanes. Day 7, audit and route, read the week. Where did fix and blink become flow? Which gate still argues? Make 1 environmental change that honors the message. Move a mirror, dim a light, reroute late-night paths. The Guardian isn't blocking you, it's briefing you. Reinforcement trade food for felt safety, quiet praise, a chest rub, or a short decompression walk after a clean crossing. If stiffness or whale eye persists, pause the protocol and consult a qualified trainer or vet. Information first, not force. Next, we'll take this to the street level, reading threshold behavior on walks, why some corners buzz, and a 4-point scan that keeps both of you clear when the world gets loud. The house taught you thresholds, the street teaches traffic. Outside, gates multiply, curb cuts, alley mouths, the lip of a crosswalk, the shadow line between sun and scaffold. Through Thoth's lens, these are public veils, places where fields overlap. Your dog feels them before you narrate them. Tonight, we take the method to asphalt, why some corners buzz. Corners collect converging signals, wind tunnels carrying stacked scents, echoing sound, ground vibration in the mood field of whoever just passed. Guardians aren't superstitious, they're sensing load. A sudden fix and blink toward a doorway, a micro nose lift at the curb, ears flicking left, right, left, all say, data spike. The goal isn't dominance, it's decoding. The 4-point street scan, 10 seconds every corner. 1 ground, what's underfoot? Grate, glass, slick paint, heat. If footing shifts, bodies brace. Step to stable texture before asking for movement. 2 field, what's in the air? Leaf blower, bus hiss, fryer vent. 1 deep exhale from you often turns whale eye into yawn and shake. 3 vector, what's moving where? People, bikes, dogs, carts. Choose the simpler line, not the bravest. 4 gate, where's the threshold? Alley mouth, shop door, curb edge. Decide, cross, delay, or divert on purpose. Leash as language, not a winch. Hold low with a J-shaped slack. Your shoulder floats over hips, eyes soft to the path, not the dog. Say with me once. If you feel the plant at the curb, take 1 step back together, long exhale, then angle a gentler vector, 45 degrees around the hot spot, and try again. Crossing straight through a buzz is like shouting through a violin. You get volume, not music. 3 micro drills, 1 per walk. Curb coherence, 60s. At a calm corner, pause. In 4, out 6, 8. When you see a blink or yawn, cross once without chatter. Your wiring, exhale, go. Shadow line, 90s. Stop where sun becomes scaffold shade. This is a natural veil. Breathe. If your dog scans, touch ground with your toe and step across slowly. Mark how the body follows texture, not command. Alley respect, 2 minutes. Approach alley mouths diagonally. If fixation holds for 3 seconds, label data. Pivot a few steps to widen angle, then reapproach. If softness returns, cross. If not, divert and log it. Patterns first, pride never. When the world spikes, sirens, scooters, sudden shouts, run the turbulence reset. Physiological sigh, panoramic eyes, 1 clear vector. We're moving to that lamppost. Then resume. If your dog stays rigid, abort the mission. A clean exit is still a win. Street work proves the prophecy practical. As within, so without. As the handler's field, so the guardian's flow. Next, we'll map house to street handoffs, how your doorway ritual becomes a pre-walk seal, and how to read returning stairs at night as a debrief you can act on tomorrow. Thresholds don't end at your door, they transfer. The cleaner your handoff from house to street and back, the clearer your guardian gets. Think of 3 beats every day. Seal, walk, debrief, seal, pre-walk, 90 seconds. Make coherence portable. Stand inside your calmest doorway. 1 hand on leash, low and light. Breathe in 4, out 6, 8 through the nose until your shoulders drop on their own. Whisper once, with me, eyes to the path, not the dog. Install a purpose sentence you could print on your wrist. We're taking the quiet route, or we're practicing 1 clean curb. Run the threshold ritual you learned. Pause near the seam, long exhale, invite with body, weight forward, head turned down route. If you see fix and blink, soften, cross once, and don't talk it to death. If you get a plant or whale eye, step back together, exhale and try a gentler vector, 45-degree angle past the hot spot. The goal isn't to prove bravery, it's to carry coherence across the line. Walk, first corner checkpoint, confirm the seal took. At the first intersection, do a 4-point scan in 10 seconds. Ground, safe footing. Field, air noise. Vector, what's moving. Gate, where to cross. If the body is soft and curious, you're green. If microtension stacks, don't argue. Pivot to the simpler line and log that the corridor wanted less, not more. 1 curb coherence rep. Pause, exhale, cross once. Beats 5 messy ones. Debrief, return ritual. The 3 R's, reset, review, route. At the door coming home, pause. pause outside for 20 seconds and let your dog yawn or shake off. That's the reset. It clears street static so the house map doesn't inherit it. Cross the threshold with a long exhale and go straight to review. In one sentence, say what worked, diagonaled past the alley, soft body returned, and what spiked, scooter at curb 2, plant. Then route tomorrow. One adjustment only, earlier hour, quieter street, different first corner, or a shorter loop with one clean curb. Use the field note, spoken like a podcast tag, then jotted later. Footing, grate versus concrete. Inputs, sirens, scooters. Emotion, your state. Leash, loose J or winch. Decision, cross, delay, divert. Patterns appear when your words get small. Night signal matters too. If, after a loud day, your dog posts at a bedroom gate and stares, treat it as a brief. Dim one light, one long exhale with me, and walk backwards 3 steps together. If the body melts, the message was don't import the street. Honor it. Phone down, room quiet, route set for morning. Guardians stop shouting when the handler starts listening on purpose. Guardians are guides, not gadgets. Reading them well means knowing when a stare is signal, when it's training residue, and when it's health or hazard. Here's the integrity that keeps this work real. First, the red flags. Check the body, not the myth. If you see persistent whale eye, tight mouth, tucked tail, lip licking with no food, compulsive pacing, sudden sensitivity to ordinary sounds, limping, GI upset, or changes in thirst appetite, hit pause on prophecy and talk to a qualified vet or trainer. Information first. Guardianship is not a filter for pain. Second, the house audit. Environment matters. Threshold drama sometimes belongs to the room, not the realm. Do a 2-minute scan. Is there a draft, a flicker, a high-pitched hum, old dimmers, chargers, pest activity, water seep, or a smell you normalized? Check the detectors and vents. Dogs read micro cues we tuned out. Fix the physics and the stare often dissolves. Third, the human residue. Your part of the field. Caffeine spikes, unresolved argument, doom scroll static, dogs surf our weather. Before labeling a gate haunted, run the coherence minute. In 4, out 6-8, caption with me, widen eyes to the path. If the body softens, you just watched your storm clear. Decision tree, trust, check, exit, trust when the cue repeats at the same gate and softens after your breath. Cross or pause on purpose. Check when the cue is new and intense. Scan environment, shorten route, lower inputs. Exit when stress stacks. 1 step back together, long exhale. Choose a gentler vector or end the session. Clean exits bank trust. Consent, not force. Flooding a dog through a hot threshold to prove leadership teaches panic. The threshold ritual stays the law. Pause to the seam, long exhale, invite with body, turn your head to the root. If the plant holds, you retreat together. Consent builds lanes, force burns bridges, guard duty boundaries, night watch without burnout. If your dog posts at windows or patrols hallways at 2 a.m., they're doing overtime. Install a night boundary, dim one light, close one curtain. Hand on chest, thank you, off duty, then a gentle mat send, place cue, slow exhale, quiet praise. You're not scolding a guardian, you're ending the shift. Integration that lasts. Pair your guardian's log with 1 environmental change per week. Move a mirror, add a runner, silence a charger. Pair street 4-point scans with 1 cleaner vector choice per walk. Pair wins with decompression, sniff walks, calm play, quality sleep, ethics in 1 line, information before interpretation. When you honor health, physics, and consent, what remains is guidance worth following. In the finale, we'll seal this with a guardian's oath, A one-page home protocol and a 7-day plan that turns stairs into a language you and your dog both trust. Prophecy means nothing if it doesn't change how you cross your own doorway. By now you've seen it. Dogs aren't ornaments, they're instruments, reading thresholds, mirroring fields, posting at gates when our attention frays. The work is simple and royal. You set the weather, they read the waves. We close by making it a practice you can live. The guardian's oath. Speak it at the threshold. Low and steady, I breathe first, then I lead. I invite, I don't drag. I choose a clear path and keep my crown. Your stare is data, my calm is the key. As within, so without. Cross with me. The one-page home protocol. Easy to say, easy to remember before any gate. Take one long exhale through the nose. Eyes to the path, not the dog. Whisper with me once. If you see soft body and forward weight, cross once and keep moving. If you see a plant or whale eye, step back together, breathe, change the vector a few degrees, and try again. No dragging, no pep talks. After crossing, give a quiet release, a chest rub, a yawn of your own, a short decompression walk. At night, if your guardian posts at the bedroom door, dim one light, exhale, and end the shift with thank you, off duty. In the morning, make one route decision based on last night's brief. The 7-day home protocol. Run it once. Feel your house answer back day 1. Name and notice. Walk the rooms. Choose 3 gates. Stand 10 seconds at each. Log the cue you see. Fix, blink, plant, yawn, shake, whale eye. Day 2. Coherence minute. At gate 1. In 4. Out 6-8. Caption with me. Cross once on softness, step back on plant, end early. Day 3, purpose door, return with 1 sentence. We're walking past the screen, or we're going to bed clean. Cross once and leave it. Day 4, outside hinge, front door to sidewalk, 4-point street scan, ground, field, vector, gate. Choose the simpler line, not the bravest. Day 5, partner handoff, same hour, same gate. Different handler. Copy the breath and posture that worked, not the words. Day 6, the hard gate. Seek 1 success only. Half a step with soft body. Bank the win. Stop there. Day 7, audit and adjust. Read your week. Move 1 object. Dim 1 light. Change 1 route. The guardian briefed you. Now let the house correspond. Standing rules. Intention once. Breath before motion. Invite with body. Step back together when the field says not yet. Teach calm, don't buy it. Debrief in 1 line. Gate, cue, breath, outcome. If this language opens something in your home, carry it. You don't need louder commands, you need cleaner crossings. Your dog wasn't stalling the day, it was guarding the hinge where days change. Breathe, aim, and cross on purpose.